Chirp YouTube channel. How did your homework go last week? If you recall, last week your homework was to comment when you're interacting with your kids instead of asking so many questions. This week we're going to have a new homework assignment. We're going to talk today about communication temptations. We want to make there be lots of temptations in our children's lives that encourage them to communicate with us. It doesn't have to be verbal language. It can be pointing, it can be reaching, it can be vocalizing something. Is still communication. For example, if you know that your child really loves his Thomas the Tank Engine trains, then don't just leave them on the floor in a little bucket. Put them up on the shelf where they are not accessible to your child without him initiating some sort of communicative attempt. If you know your daughter really loves her Minnie Mouse toy, then don't just leave it on her bed, put it up on a shelf or in a cabinet with a glass front so that she cannot reach it on her own. The idea, and here's the tricky part, we're going to be tricky. We're going to take pictures of 2 to 5 items, between 2 and 5, items in your home that you know your child really likes, and you're going to take a picture, print out the picture, maybe laminate it, that's up to you, and then we're going to put the picture near the item, but somewhere where the child can actually reach it. The idea is we're going to teach our children, they won't do this at the beginning, but we will teach it over the coming week. The child will, instead of reaching or going or having a tantrum because the thing is out of reach, the child will instead learn to take the picture and hand it to you. This is communicating. This is the beginning step to being able to request something that the child wants. That is your homework for this week. I want you to take the pictures of between 2 and 5 items. I want you to print it out, maybe laminate it, maybe just glue it on some cardboard or something like that, and then stick it to somewhere where the child can reach it, so at the child's level, but near where the toy is. So if Minnie Mouse is stored in the bedroom on a shelf, put the Minnie Mouse picture just below Minnie Mouse at child level on the same shelf, perhaps. And if Thomas is stored in the living room, put Thomas up on the entertainment center and put the Thomas picture down low on the entertainment center. We don't want all the pictures together on the fridge unless the things are all in the fridge, but I prefer if you spread them all out so it's not all just food, it's not all just toys. There are a variety of different things that the child might initiate a request for or some sort of communication. Now, your child is not going to start by initiating this communication all by herself. We are going to have to teach it. And the way that we're going to do this is with our hands. So at first, the child goes into her bedroom, she's gonna get Minnie Mouse, she realizes Minnie Mouse is not there, she sees Minnie Mouse up on the shelf, and she starts screaming because she wants Minnie Mouse really bad and she can't get it, and she's ticked at you that you put Minnie Mouse up so high. Also, she may be used to getting what she wants by having a little meltdown. So, instead, we're going to come in the room and say, oh no, what's wrong? We're going to follow her gaze. Oh, Minnie, I need Minnie. We're going to take the child's hand. We're going to help her take the picture of Minnie Mouse, and then we're going to hand it to ourselves. We're going to look at it and say, Minnie Mouse. Then we're going to get Minnie Mouse down and give it to her. Same thing with Thomas. Thomas, he's up too high. I'm feeling angry. I'm having a little tantrum. Dad comes in the room, looks at the child, says, oh no. Then he follows the child's glance. Thomas is up on the shelf. He helps the little boy grab the picture of Thomas, hand it to himself. Thomas, I want Thomas. Gets Thomas down and gives it to the little boy. Now, keep in mind, we're not saying, you want Thomas, you want Minnie Mouse. I'm saying, I want Minnie Mouse, I want Thomas. I am speaking the words as if I'm my child. I'm speaking my child's truth. I'm narrating my child's world for her. This is important because the child will learn to say exactly what you're saying in those moments. So if I say, oh, you want Thomas, it may be that when the child learns to verbalize this, he will say, you want Thomas, when what he really means is, I want Thomas. So we need to keep that in mind. If you have things in the freezer, maybe your child likes ice packs like my nieces do, whenever they have any sort of conundrum in their lives, it seems like an ice pack helps them. Putting a picture of the ice pack on the fridge lower down, or maybe on the cupboard next to it, and helping your child ask for ice pack, that could be one of your 2 to 5 things this week. There you have it. That is your very simple homework this week. I want you to pick 2 to 5 things, take pictures of them, print the pictures out, attach them lower down to wherever the toy or item is, and help your child start to initiate the communication to get what he or she actually wants. Not too hard. I'm going to put my video from last week right up there so that you can watch it. If you have not already started this little weekly homework process that we're going through together, then go back to last week. You can do both of them at once. It is not difficult. They totally can all go together. It won't get confusing for you if you just do both of them at the same time. No big deal. The idea is that all of these things build on each other. So it's not just homework for me, it's also homework for the child. But because it's in a naturalistic environment, because it is play-based, and because the child is the one who's driving it, it doesn't feel like homework to the child. It becomes part of the natural routine of the day. I have to communicate with my family when I need something. I'm learning that on a daily basis. The idea with speech therapy is very much like with physical therapy. I've been to a lot of physical therapy, and if I only do the exercises when I'm in the physical therapist's office, clinic, I do get better. But if I do the exercises every day at home, multiple times a day, I get better faster because I'm taking my own time, I'm doing it in my own home, and I'm just doing it more often. It's more consistent, and so my muscles get used to it faster. It's the same thing with our kids. They need to be practicing these things all day long, not just at school, not just when the speech pathologist is there in your home with you or when you're at the clinic. That is why I'm giving you these little homework assignments. I know that they're going to be helpful. They're going to make a difference for your child and in your family. If you have specific issues you're struggling with, please leave me comments down below. You can also email me if you'd like to keep your information a little more private. Please don't forget to subscribe. That really helps YouTube know that this information is important to people, and so they advertise it more, which helps more people find us. Also, cling that notification bell, because sometimes YouTube has a little bit of trouble knowing who needs to know that my new videos have been published. And I want to make sure that you always are aware that a new video has been published so that you can keep up with us, so that you know what's going on. Once again, thank you for watching. I'm very proud of you, and I know your kids, the kids in your life, your students, your nieces and nephews, your grandchildren, they will benefit because you are choosing to strengthen your own learning muscles. Have a great day. I'll see you in my next video. Bye.